My name is Edma Chanan Kaur, and I'm going to be talking on this video about my upcoming class. It's a 6-week online course titled Divine Feminine Grace. And I'm very happy to bring this because the spirit of the ancient goddesses has been one of my passions for a while. And I'm combining it with my personal spiritual practice, which is Kundalini Yoga and meditation. So these are practices, cosmologies, lifestyles that have been practiced in matrilineal societies for many generations, thousands of years ago. And to me, both of them bring an honor, sacredness to our life. We're going to be learning how to create an altar and how to work with the 5 elements. That's how we experience the world, right? Through the senses and the elements. And we're also going to be honoring especially our ancestors, but especially the female lineage of our ancestors, as I have here, and Mary Magdalene, Isis. And we're going to be talking about womb consciousness, how to relate from the womb, from that reserve of energy, which is your hara, your 3rd chakra, to the heart. Many sages and spiritual teachers used to say that the distance to enlightenment is between your hara, between your navel and the heart, which is your pinky and your thumb, right? And it's really how to get in tune with the natural rhythms of the breath, the natural rhythms of life, the moon, the sun. It's like how to dance this Shakti, right, and the Shiva dance. So in Kundalini Yoga meditation, we have all a series of practices called kriyas that combine mudras, movements with the hand, combine mantras, the technology of sound, and combine some postures of the body and the breath to activate the technology within us. Ancient people knew about the pineal gland, and in Kundalini we activate the pineal gland for our well-being, for a better sense of ourselves, for to strengthen our nervous system, our glandular system, but also to create consciousness. It's called the yoga of consciousness. And I think that in the way that the ancient goddesses honor the sacredness of life, there's also a lot of consciousness in there. So an altar is really a space for you to commune with your soul, to commune with yourself, to call in the spirit of your ancestors, of your guides, of your inner teacher. We say the phrase, we start with the mantra Om Namo Guru Dev Namo, which is I bow to the inner teacher in me, I bow to the sacredness of life through all times. And from this feminine cosmologies combined with Kundalini Yoga, we're going to release a lot. We're going to soil down into Mother Earth, and we're going to release a lot of the things that no longer serve you. And I hope that with the help of a journal, to also get to know yourself a little more, and some journaling that I'll guide you in, we'll dive deep. We'll dive deep into our weaknesses, into our psyche. Like the heroines in all of the fairy tales, when they go into the woods, they go into their psyche. Who says that the wolf was not our psyche in the Red Riding Hood, right? So we'll be doing a lot of kriyas, combination again of mantras, mudras, and postures to open the heart, to calm the heart, to clear the emotions of the past. Meditation for protection and positivity. We're going to strengthen our aura and our nuclei of the aura, the arc line. If you notice, many of the ancient goddesses, and even in Latin America, where I'm from, the Virgin Mary as an initiate also had that in all of the images. So that really is the aura, the energetic shield that protects us, and the energetic shield that also projects everything that comes from ourselves, everything that comes from our emotions, from our feelings, from our thoughts. We have about 80,000 thoughts a day, and we're not even aware of many of them. Only maybe 20%, and 80% are just coming down from the subconscious and guiding our actions, guiding our words, guiding our thoughts. And So how to create, we're going to have a practice of how to beam and create a future that does not come from all the garbage and all the baggage that we carry with ourselves from the subconscious that we're not even aware of. And we're going to be working with Selket, we're going to be working with Tara, we'll work with Isis, Inanna. And as Inanna left those seven treasures for her, right? She detached basically and arrived naked, vulnerable to the underworld, to her own psyche. That's what we're going to do. We're going to release, we're going to let go and start to invoke and call in what we want for that combination of the 30 trillion cells that we are. In the brain, there's more chances that we communicate with ourselves, between our cells and molecules and atoms, than with other people. And it has been scientifically proven as well that when you communicate with other people, it's all about an energetic exchange. And what if we bring sacredness to that? What if we bring sacred feminine to that energies and balance the masculine and the feminine? This is a hope that when you do some of these practices, that you're able to balance the masculine and feminine energies in your body, in your mind, and to see beyond polarities, like the ancient goddesses could see beyond time and space. So join me and I'll help you to navigate those polarities and to see beyond. There's a great quote by Yogi Bhajan that as soon as you learn to relate consciously to the body, then the mind will relate consciously to you. And he admired women. I mean, he taught a lot of his teachings to women in women's camp in Hispaniola, New Mexico, where I live. And he would say that a woman can discover herself in her own Shakti, and she needed to uncoil herself. She needed to let the world know who she really was in her authenticity. So imagine if you could do that, and I hope that some of the practices in this course will lead you there. He would say that there's the nucleus of everything in the universe, of the entire creativity of the universe, was woman, was Prakriti, he called it. And we have here the Adi Shakti, which is also one of the symbols of Kundalini Yoga. And it's basically the polarities, see beyond that, and a symbol of oneness. So if we can relate to that universe from a feminine perspective, from a feminine point of view for cosmology, I think that we would contribute to making this a better world, to making this a more peaceful, harmonious world, the way that I think most of us want to see. So let's end this video with, before I'd like to mention some of the themes that we'll be having each week. The first week is body as temple and how to relate to the mind. Women we have six track minds, so we are prompt to multitask. And so how to navigate that and why that is the case, why there's more space in our hypothalamus and in the way that our brain connects, right? We are capable of more pain, more emotions, but at the same time, I think that the reason also is for us to bring more sacredness into life, bring more sacredness into our families, into our communities, and I think priestesses and goddesses knew how to do that very well. Another thing is how to recognize our wounds, original wounds, and the stories that are wrapped around those, and we're going to journal around that. And how to set boundaries, how to have a strong no and a happy yes, and honor, like I said, the wisdom of the womb. The womb is not is a lot more than a physical organ. It's a portal, it's an energetic vortex that again can bring us to the unknown, can bring us to help us distinguish between the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen, and help us to navigate it with no problem, with the kindness, with compassion, with grace. And then we'll have regeneration, rebirth, how to be into our authentic presence, how to develop that wonderful magnetic shield of presence of who we are. and of grace, of course. And I'm going to teach you my formula of the 5 R's, which is to recognize, to name, to reprogram, to rewire our brain, to revere everything and honor all of our processes, and to regenerate and rebirth. So if you believe in power animals, it's a little bit, I know that a lot of the goddesses' images are represented or are drawn with a snake, and that's a little bit of the power of the snake, how to heal, how to shed our skins, and how to acquire, how to embrace the new skins that are there for us waiting. So that's basically the sum of it. I hope you can join me. We're gonna end now. Oh, and please check out the website, soulheartyoga.com. You could subscribe to my newsletter. It's a monthly newsletter with all my events, all my courses, and you get a gift, you get affirmations, and you also get how to call in your own space of an altar, of a sacred altar at home. And please write a comment in YouTube videos, and write a comment on my Facebook page, and help me to make my authentic soul purpose to create community this way, so that we can interact, we can learn from each other. So let's now put our hands up in our wrists are up, and following the line of our arms, elbows straight, spine straight, a slight neck lock, the chin down. And we're going to call, this is a Kundalini practice, yoga practice, to call in the old Gypsy way of calling the spirits. So let's stay here in silence for a moment, and you just breathe normally. Close your eyes. Inhale, exhale, inhale, expand your belly, exhale, and now visualize a flame in your heart. Visualize and invoke the spirit and the power of your female lineage, of your ancestors, your mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, on all sides of the family. Invoke your spiritual guides, angels, your spiritual teachers and ancient sages, ancient goddesses, priestesses. Let them all guide us into this new phase of this course, into this journey with the soul. Take a deep breath. Now take a deep inhale, suspend the breath, and call in the spirit of Mother Earth, who's sitting down below us, and help us root our intentions on this planet, on this earth at this time. Let us invoke the spirit of Divine Mother all around us, of the sacred feminine. Exhale, inhale one more time. Suspend the breath. Exhale. And let's invoke our own sacred feminine energy, whatever that combination is in your body, in your mind. Call that sacred feminine energy to guide you, to protect you, to project your authentic, myself. Let's take another deep inhale. Exhale and relax your arms. Great. So I hope to see you soon. And on my next video, Sat Nam. This is Adma Chanan Kaur. And until soon, Sat Nam. Bye bye.